So what I see right now is a lot of activities going on and a lot of different dimensions of people doing things, but no one's really pausing to say, okay, what's the true economic benefit that I'm deriving for the organization? And I think across other organizations, you've seen that maturity over the last 20 years is they've been trained more and more to seek investment and then clearly demonstrate what's the payback or the returns the organization's going to receive. And I think marketing, that's the kind of the next critical step for marketing, is to be able to go out and demonstrate the value that they're creating for the organization. Real true proof points. I think the biggest challenge today in today's environment is short-term paybacks are obviously the best. And when you think of returns, if there's things that can be generated near-term for generating revenue or value, those always would placate more to the CFO of an organization, while you also, though, are funding longer term. Everything cannot just be for the longer term. As you look at your own investments as a marketer, you really may have to bifurcate it to what's near-term benefit for growth and then what's longer term for the betterment of the organization. What I see is the kind of the ownership or command of the investments that or the campaigns that they're running and new initiatives that they're seeking to fund, and then correlating that to true income statement return. Really balancing out in terms of true proof that through measurement and analytics, that investment that they're receiving is generating revenue, earnings, and cash flow for the enterprise. And it's not just you're going to continue to get the funding and not really be held accountable to demonstrate the value. I mean, I think about it as, if you're thinking about managing your 401k, is that you're funding it, you're putting money aside, but every quarter or every year, you're looking at that statement saying, did I get a return? And it's no different than how I view things in terms of we give it a certain amount of money and you should expect some type of return for that investment. I think it would be great to get into a dialogue with the head of marketing to really align in terms of what would be those measurements of proof points, because there's a lot of data, a lot of information that may justify a belief that we're creating value, but we're not creating a return on investment. And I think it's alignment on those very narrow metrics on what generates that value and return for an organization. So from when I look at our business, or I look at any business, it's really important to understand what are the critical metrics that drive the business. You can get lost, you can get inertia from looking at all these different data points because the world there's a proliferation of data and elements that you can study. But as a leader or as with your co-peers of an organization, you need to understand what are the true critical few that drive a business. And that's really what I focus my time on, and then seek that alignment across the organization. These are the true critical few that are going to drive value for our employees, our customers, our suppliers, etc. But it has to come down to the true cause and effect of a narrow few that drive an organization.